So I'm recording this video with a little over 7 hours before Ireland and South Africa get that game underway at the Rugby World Cup. The match which, maybe besides the opening game, is probably the most anticipated of the World Cup so far. And I'm doing this video partly as a final preview, but also I cannot call it. I'm fluctuating to the box. I'm going back to Ireland. I think this is wide open. So I want you to let me know. Drop a comment down below. Who's going to win tonight and why do you think that is the case? Because flip of a coin. It's going to be fascinating. I'm so excited. So make sure you like the video. Also, subscribe to the channel as well. But let's get into it. So I know that I've already done. I did a video on this on the Springbok team selection. I did a video on the Ireland team selection. I was thinking, well, that's probably enough. But I was sat here at my Airbnb. I've got a little bit of time to kill. And I thought, you know what? People might be jumping on YouTube before the game, looking ahead to it, and just one final video might go down quite well of what we're all expecting. And in the intro, I said how I am just fluctuating massively between these two sides. And I'll try and run you through it and explain what I mean by that. When South Africa named their team, I looked at the 7-1 split and I bought into it. And I was there at Twickenham when they just had a level of power that completely overwhelmed the All Blacks. And then I look at the Ireland team, and I know it's not completely fair to compare this Ireland team with previous Ireland teams, or even this Ireland team with the Leinster team, because obviously they're different sides. But the Achilles heel, I think, of Leinster in particular over this season and the season before, and even Ireland in some of the big games that they haven't turned up in over the years, have been when they have been completely and utterly physically outmatched. And that's why I looked at the Springboks and I thought they might have it. They might have a power game that they just look to pulverise Ireland, and they look to just blow them away and make a real statement. But then we got to later in the week and we got to the Ireland team news, and I looked at a 5-3 split on the bench. I looked at Jamison Gibson-Park at 9 rather than Conor Murray, who's maybe a better kicking scrum half, and kicking could be a big part of the game. I looked at what they went for in their starting forward pack as well, and it just seemed to me like an Ireland team that they're not bothered about what the Springboks do. They're not bothered about what any team does. They know what their best team is. They know how they want to play, and they will back themselves against any side in the world, in any environment, in any competition, to be able to get the better of them. And I really liked that. It was that sign of confidence, but also a sign of a team that just know exactly what they're doing. So then I was kind of edging towards Ireland, and I have been edging towards Ireland quite a lot. I've been thinking, I feel like it's their time almost. And whenever I've watched this Ireland team, pretty much since that tour of New Zealand when they won the series 2-1, I've always just felt like they look like the real deal. Whatever that is, I guess we could probably break it down in terms of their attacking play, the systems they play within, everyone knowing their role, and then also the individual players being of an extremely high quality. But to me, they just look like the real deal. And I'm not saying they're going to go on and win the World Cup, but I'm just saying I don't think that kind of psychological element of an Ireland side that haven't got past the quarter-final or anything like that comes into it with this Ireland team. If this Ireland team don't get past the quarter-final or don't win the World Cup, it won't be because of the psychological element. They might just get beaten by a better team. But I just feel like this Ireland team is ready, and I feel like they're the real deal as well. But then as I've been looking at it as well, and I have been kind of remembering myself of what I was saying on the physicality that South Africa will bring, the fact that a World Cup is different, I just find it incredibly difficult to call. I've been walking around Paris. I went to like the main mega store or whatever they call it here, where you can buy all the merchandise, and fans looking to get in there and trying to buy shirts. I don't think they had any South African shirts. I'm not sure if they had any Irish shirts anyway, not in men's. I think they might have had, they certainly had Irish in the women's section. I don't know about the South Africans, but the point being, the fans are here. The anticipation is building. I think there are so many facets of this game that you can look at and you could say, well, that's going to go the way of the Springboks. That's going to go the way of the Irish. They bring different things to the table, but they are both top quality sides. So, as I say, that's why I am in this position where I'm going one way and then the other. I honestly don't know, but I'm looking forward to being there a huge amount. I'll do a video after the game from the Stade de France, so make sure you look forward to that one. A shorter video here. I didn't want to make it too long. Let me know who you think is going to win and why. I could give you a name now, but I would change my mind probably as soon as I hit stop on the video, and then I'd flip back and forth between the two teams. It's so tough to call. I feel like there's maybe another point that I wanted to make, but I'll leave that there for now. I have been changing my mind pretty regularly. So drop a comment down below, like the video, subscribe to the channel as well. Enjoy the game and make sure you watch my reaction to it later on tonight. Nice one.